Hi, this is Alex from Adult Services, and welcome to the video tutorial, Google Sheets, Sort and Filter. So before you check out this video tutorial, check out Intro Email or Basic Intro Google Sheets. If you've never used Google Sheets or email before, it's definitely a tutorial you want to check out. If you've already are familiar with the basics of Google Sheets, then you can proceed with watching the video. So if you wanted to check out Intro Email Basics Intro or Google Sheets tutorial, you can go to our website, just Google Fox Lake District Library, and then you'll click on the Adult tab, and then the Tutorials tab, and then scroll down on the screen until you find the Intro Email and also the Google Sheets tutorial. Also, that's where you'll eventually find future tutorials will be posted to this part of the website. Okay, so let's start with Google Sheets, Sort and Filter class. So to begin, we're going to go to google.com. We're then going to click on the Sign In button, type in your email address and the username, next, and then your password, and then next. Once you've logged into your Google account, find the Google Sheets app by clicking on the Google app button. So you'll find this little app button right here. Scroll down on the apps until you find Sheets and click on that. You'll click on a blank sheet to start a new Google Sheet. So you click on blank and then it'll open up a new Google Sheet. Okay, so in Google Sheets for today's exercise, you can create a book table. I did one already and I created something with quantity. You don't have to do that one, but I just put like quantity. The ones that are the most important: title, author, and genre. So these are your titles for your Google Sheets. So you'll click on each of the cells, type them in, use whatever font and size you'd like, and then you come up with some books of your favorite books. You can actually take some from today's presentation if you'd like. So type up your titles, type up your authors one at a time, and then give them a genre. And then once we do that, there's two other things you need to do. You click on where it says Google, this little name of the workbook, you're going to call it Google Sheets Sort and Filter. So click on that once, and then type in Google Sheets Sort and Filter. Or you can give it another name if you'd like. Then down here, you're going to right-click on Sheet 1, and then rename, click on the rename, and then call it Master Original. So after you've typed in the name of your web sheet, you've put in all your data, and you've renamed your first worksheet, we'll proceed to the next step. Okay, so create multiple worksheets. So to sort of help demonstrate what's going on, I think it's kind of nice to create multiple worksheets. This way you could see what your original looked like and what the different sorting features are going to look like, and you can refer back to each one. So I would say you right-click on the master original, and then you're going to do create a copy. So duplicate, and it'll just create duplicate sheets throughout, and then give one a title of sort by title, sort by author and then title, filter by author, and filter by genre. So those are the different exercises we'll be doing today. So you right-click, duplicate, and then each time you create a new sheet, rename them the different titles. Sort by title, sort by author, then title, sort by author, and filter by genre. And then we'll proceed to the next step. Okay, so let's do our first search. So the first thing to do is you want to highlight the area you want to sort. So left click in the leftmost top cell, so cell A1, and then highlight. So you're going to left click and drag until you've highlighted everything in blue. You only want to include the content. If you have any totals or sum formulas, don't put that in the formula. Otherwise, when you go to sort, that'll cause it to not sort properly. So only the content that's just text or just regular numbers without any formulas. So left click, highlight, and we're going to do this in the sort by title tab. So we're going to work in that worksheet because that's our first one. So sort by title, highlight, with your mouse, and then proceed to the next screen. Okay, data drop-down, sort range. So once you've highlighted everything, you're going to click on the data heading right here, and then click on where it says sort range. So click on data and sort range. So highlight, data, and sort range. A new window is going to open up. So we have headings. So click on the check mark that says data has header row. Sort by title. A to Z, we're going to do that one for now. You could also do Z to A, but I'm going to say A to Z. So we're going to leave it as A to Z. And then when we're done, we're going to click on the sort button right here. And this is the result. So you can see we sorted by title. So now all the titles that you typed in any order, now everything's from A to Z. So 2001, A, C, D, E, F. Depending on what you put in there, it will show up on the list. Now the authors, those were linked up with that row, so those did not change. So titles are the only things that were sorted in order. The quantities didn't change, the genres didn't change. So only the titles were sorted from A to Z. And that's the sort by title. Okay, so let's sort by author, then title. So we're going to highlight everything, left click, highlight in blue, and make sure that we're in the sort by author, then title tab. Highlight in blue. We're going to do data, click on data, and then select the sort range. So sort range, data has header row, sort by author first. So it'll go A to Z, alphabetical by author, then by title. So add another sort column and then do then by title A to Z. So you'll have all the alphabetical order by authors, and then the titles will be also alphabetized. And then click on the sort. And here's the result. So you can see that all the authors are in alphabetical order by last name, A to C. And then you can look at, like, for example, David Baldacci. Divine Justice came before Walking the Wire. So alphabetized by author, but then by title. So all the titles are in alphabetical order, and all the authors are in alphabetical order. So this is the primary. This is the secondary sort. Filter by author. Okay, so sometimes you just want to see what do I have by a particular author. So you can filter. So you're going to, again, highlight. First of all, click on the tab Filter by Author. Highlight the entire blue section. And then we're going to click on Data. And then click on the link that says Create a Filter. Okay. So now you'll notice at the top of the table, now everything's highlighted in green for the rows and columns, and then everything's still in blue, and then these little drop-down menus appear. So we're going to focus on author drop-down. So when we click on that once, a little drop-down menu is going to come up. So we're going to, first of all, here's all the filters right here. It'll show selected all. You'll have check marks next to everything. I like to hit the clear button first, because then we're saying we're going to then choose what we want to filter. So clear first so that nothing's filtered, and then we're going to go to the next screen. Okay, so now we can go through our list. Whatever you decide to choose, click on at least one or two. So I'll just pick Albert, Susan, and then David Baldacci. And I check mark, and click OK. And here's the result. So you can see that only showing up was the Albert, Susan Albert, and David Baldacci. And this is what I own in that collection. So I filtered by author. The title still stayed there. The genre still stayed there. It still showed that I had 35 titles in my list total if you decide to use the sum formula. But it just filtered only those specific authors I told it to filter. Okay, so let's try a different one. Click on the Filter by Genre tab. Filter by Genre. And highlight everything. So actually, before we go to that, so make sure that you click on the Filter by Genre tab. So we're going to do that. So Filter by Genre. We're going to click on the Data tab here. And then once we do the Filter by Values, we're going to clear. I'm going to actually just clear everything. And then we're just going to choose suspense. So you check mark the suspense and click OK, and here's the result. So again, you're using the drop down, data, create a filter. So the data, create a filter. So data, create a filter. We clear it first and then select suspense. So data, create a filter, click suspense, click OK, and then you notice that all the suspense titles are showing up now. And you can see that it actually has a little filter icon there. So that's what we have for filter by genre. Okay, and if you want, you can print the Google Sheets. So let's say we just wanted to print what we currently worked on. You click on the little print icon. It can be the current sheet. The entire workbook says it's going to print out all these spreadsheets. So we print out master original, sort by title, sort by author, filter by author, and then filter by genre. Or if you just say current sheet, it's going to be whatever you're working on right now. Landscape, portrait. Landscape is longwise, portrait is vertical. And then you can customize it how you like, and then click next. And then depending on your printer, you'll have to select the destination, how many pages you want to do, how many copies, if you want in color, black and white. And then you click print, and you'll be able to print it out. And one other thing I want to mention, for more tips on using Google Sheets, check out the Help tab right here. So that's what you'll end up doing if you wanted to type in a specific question that maybe wasn't covered in today's exercise. There's a lot to learn with Google Sheets, so I find myself going to this tab quite a bit. So let's really quick just demonstrate and review some of the highlights of filtering and sorting. So I'm actually going to go to my favorite web browser. We're going to go to, I'm going to log into my email, so computer class March 2020. I'm going to then click on the Google app. Then we're going to click on Google Sheets. And then we're going to look at the untitled spreadsheet. So that's the one that I created for this class. Okay, so again, we're going to do a couple things. We're going to first rename the tab. So I'm going to just Google Sheets, sort, and filter. Okay, so I gave it a tab. I'm going to rename the worksheet. So right-click, rename, and then call it Master Original. Okay, and then just click off of that. And I'm going to do a couple more. So we're going to do duplicate, rename Sort by Title. Okay. Right-click, duplicate, rename Sort by Title and Author. Actually, you know what? Better, and you can always backspace if it's Author, then Title. And then we're going to click off of that, and then duplicate, and then rename Sort and Filter by Author, and duplicate, filter by genre. Okay, so let's just go through this really quick. So I leave my master original alone. I'm going to do sort by title first. So as a review, we click on highlight everything first. Now I'm not going to highlight this total because that's a formula. I only want to highlight what's the actual text and things that are not formulas. So highlight, data, sort range. Data has header rows because quantity, title, author, genre. I'm going to sort by title, A to Z, and sort. So you can see that all my titles are in alphabetical order. So that's sort by title. Let's do sort by author, then title. So click on the tab, highlight, data, sort range. Data has header row. Sort by author. Add another sort column. Then by title, A to Z, and sort. And you can see how everything is in alphabetical order. By author, then title. Click on the next tab, filter by author. Data, create a filter. See how it appeared everything green and blue? We're going to filter by author. So I'm going to clear everything first, and then we're going to suggest the Susan Albert, and then David Baldacci. So you can see Susan and David. And then click OK, and you can see what's left. Now I can also turn all that off, and then select all, and actually everything will come back. So you can see just by turning on and off, you can pick different ones. You can clear everything. You can pick Lee Child. So you can decide what you want to add in: Stephen King, John Grisham, and you can see how different authors appear. And finally, filter by genre. Okay, so we highlight everything. And we go to data, create filter. Click on the drop down, clear everything first, and then we're going to go with suspense. So you scroll down on the screen with your mouse. You can left click and drag, or you can use your mouse wheel, and we can do suspense. And actually, I'll throw in one more in there. We'll say legal stories, and I'm going to say anything with historical fiction. So click OK. So now I got my historical fiction, suspense, legal stories. So that's the only things that are displaying. And again, you can turn things off. If I turned off legal stories, it'll only show historical fiction and suspense. So keep your tags consistent, because if you want all your suspenses to be the same, make sure if you had suspense typed in with capital letters, make sure it's with a capital, because it wants to be able to see the same genre. And you can choose whatever genre you like. Historical fiction, I did capital letters, and then suspense, I did capital. So that is an introduction to Google Sheets Sort and Filter. Thank you for coming to today's program. If you have any questions, let us know. Stay tuned for future classes, online tutorials on our Facebook page, YouTube channel, any updates on our library website. One other thing that I want to note is if you go to our Fox Lake District Library website, and click on Fox Lake District Library, you can see anything on the events page that'll say what events are coming up. That's really important to check out. And in addition, in adult, and clicking on tutorials, you'll see some different tutorials. So I was mentioning the email, setting up email basics, and intro to Google Sheets. So it'll be updated, and you'll see new tutorials here too. And then check us out on Facebook. There's the Facebook app, and then the YouTube channel. And thank you for coming to today's class, and have a great day.